Morning, hope you've all had a good weekend. I'm just at this 550 shovel. I've got a joystick to put on it, so yeah, we'll get that done, and I think I should get back up the road. It's 9:45. Yeah, I should be back up towards Carlisle for about 2 o'clock, and I'll do a bit more wiring on the van. Joystick, and all the plungers in the, all these plungers here, you can see are leaking oil. So we'll change this out. Not a bad little job. Takes us a couple of hours. Put the morning in. Giving it a bit clean up, and I've got the pipes in that jug there. It's only really the tank line and the pressure line that you need to cap, so yeah, I've capped the end off, especially the tank line. That'll just eventually fill that drain tray up, and that'll start to make even more of a mess. So I'll get the joystick swapped over now. That's just on the floor of the van. I'll get all the fittings swapped out into the new one and put it back together. Right, that's the joystick swapped over onto the new frame. Nice, clean, shiny and new. Yeah, while I've got this off, I'll show you how a joystick works. This is the same for an excavator or a loading shovel in this case. So you've got your pressure going in and you've got your tank line coming out. So when you're not touching the joystick, the pilot pressure's going in here and out of there. When you move your joystick, that'll send that pilot pressure out of whichever function you choose, and that'll move the spool across. So what have we got here? Yeah, if you send oil out of here, that'll be the arm up. Send oil out of here, that'll be the arm down, and that'll move the spool that way to let the main pump pressure lift the arm up, or that way to let the main pump pressure put the arm back down again. So that's a joystick valve. This is a Dash 5 loading shovel in the Dash 7s, which are kind of floating around now. This is an electric joystick. So you've just got a plug on the bottom of here, and it puts an electrical signal to the main valve chest, and that uses a solenoid to move the spool in and out, so there's no chance of any oil leaks inside the cab. So yeah, another thing as well, these wires here, these are your return to dig wires, and that acts as like it's a magnet. So when you pull your joystick back and hold it in the detent and let go of the joystick, the arm keeps raising up till it hits that desired set point. When it hits the desired set point that you've set it to on the arm, that then loses its electricity, its current, and lets go of the spool inside here, and that then stops your arm from raising. So you've got one for lifting the arm up and the other for crowding the arm. Okay. It's about lunchtime now, and I'm just making my way back up towards Carlisle. I've got to give the van a wash. Van needs its first wash. Had an email back end of last week to say that all construction staff must be up at Castle Douglas for 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning, so vehicles and staff must be presentable. So I better give the van a wash for that. So yeah, I'll get back up, give the van a wash, and do a little bit more wiring on the van. So I'll show you how we come on with that. See you back up there. Probably should have known better than to come to the Lake District on a bank holiday Monday. Fun. Thought it was funny when I jumped in the van and the sat nav said it's 2 hours to get home. I was thinking, well, it only took us an hour and 20 minutes to get down here. Hey, it's 2:30. I've got my van washed and thought I'll give this van a wash off as well. And I've done the inside as well, so it's sort of reasonably clean for the next man who's going to get it. That'd be a good day to do it. It's sunny, it's got a good breeze, so let the inside dry out. And yeah, to be fair, it doesn't scrub up too bad, does the old van, does it? 150,000 mile. It's got the odd battle scar on it. Each one will tell a story. This one here, that was a lapse of judgment, that one. Yeah, I think, was that in the snow? I think it was in the snow on the back end, just kind of slid down and just grazed the dry stone wall, but no, it's fairly square in the back still, nice and clean look now. But, you know, I've been wanting to wash the floor out myself, but when you've got the shelves all covered with cardboard boxes of one thing or another, you don't really want to do it. But it's scrubbed up alright, it has. So yeah, the only thing that sort of really lets it down is stone chips up there where it's rusted, look. But no, get some more work done on this van now. Right, so taking this trim off behind the or in front of the seat belt. I've ran a wire down here, so I've got I like the orange lights. That's also going to be wired up. They're also going to be wired up to the interior lights, which will serve a function. So in the dark I'll be able to see in the back of the van, because the lights are already in there. They're grand, but they're on a timer for about 15 minutes, which is useless when you're working away in the dark. So I've got some interior lights to go in. This will be the wire for them. I've run them down and through, and I'm just on with wiring up the fuse box here. So I've got this short piece of wire. I'll put it onto a battery live, which will be here, and I would imagine that'll be fused already. So yeah, I'll be putting the wire into one of these fuses. Right, so yeah, that's me wiring. I've got my fuse in, and the fuse is feeding the switch, and then that switch turns on, sends electric up there. I turn the lights on. Hooray! So they're just LED lights, so they don't need to go through a relay. In my previous van over there, I had the same setup, and it just went through a heavy duty metal switch like that. And to be fair, once I turn them on for the day, that's them on until I finish my shift. So that'll be absolutely fine for what I need it for. Right, I'll put the lights in the back now. Right, I've got the van seat and everything back together. I didn't get all my lights put in the back. After I finished doing that little bit there, I realised it was 20 to 5, so I thought, well, by the time I get all this seat and everything back together and put back in, it'll be finishing time. So don't want to be late home on a bank holiday. So yeah, we'll call it a day there. It's probably going to be a slightly shorter video than usual, I would imagine. We'll see how it pans out when I edit it. But thanks very much for watching, and don't forget, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you've enjoyed it, give it a little like as well. Right, I'll see you in the morning.